Well, the interesting news today actually is what's going on in the Kremlin. The Kremlin is actually having some major problems, man. This is the Kremlin. Now, we can look today. I'm going to go into why that is, but there's, it has to do with the sanctions. They, in turn, went ahead and put sanctions on the West, more or less, about, they can confiscate any kind of capital they want. And guess what's happening then? Money's running out of Russia. But as that's happening, the metals are fairly steady. I know they went down a little bit, but if you could see what really got hammered today was the Dow and oil. Now there you go, oil, right? Lindsey Williams, remember him? Yeah, it's going to $200 a barrel. Anyway, someday he'll be right in 10 years from now, maybe. I don't know. But the Dow is getting hammered. Yesterday the Dow went up a lot because of the couple words from the Fed. They said some nice words and the Dow went up. That's really what happened. But, those words are now old news. It's 24 hours later. So I guess this correction is coming about just as, it looks stupid to say, oh, correction's coming about. Everybody looks stupid when they say the correction's going to come about in a strong bull market. Well, if you would have said a correction's going to come about during a time when silver was going from 35 to 40 to 45, you would have looked like an idiot too. But that's just how it works. You look like an idiot until it happens, right? So, that's basically how it goes. And then you're, oh, wow, wait a minute. You knew it all along. And then, the next time you predict something, you might be wrong. So, what the hell? But they have been saying the stocks are pricey. Now, I mentioned that the deal is when the financials come in for the third quarter, and that's going to make it look bad for, what I'm talking about, right? What do you call it? Yes, in other words, when you're talking about the price earnings ratios, when they look at the earnings, and the earnings are even down because exports are down because of the strong dollar. The strong dollar makes exports lower, so a lot of the companies in the S&P are dependent upon export business. A strong dollar makes exports lower, so they're going to have lower income because of the strong dollar. That's probably, you're going to start seeing that information coming out. Also in the third quarter, there's another deal where there could be a holdup with the government over some provisions on Obamacare. So the same crap that happened last time that could have sent the markets into a tailspin could happen again. It didn't quite happen because they ironed it out, but I don't know if they're ever going to keep ironing things out. Now, I think war might be the diversion. Crude oil, see this deal? It might go way the hell up. It might be totally different several months from now. That's not Lindsey Williams talking, that's me, because I've been really kind of picking up on the deal with this stuff. It's whatever the experts say, that some experts say, expect the opposite. So I'm thinking this might not have hit low yet. But it's going to go up quite a bit when it does. And that's how they make money. They make money on how far the price moves, not so much what the price is. So anyway, we got a problem with ISIS. And also, I want to tell you this. The Western elite aren't that stupid. Here's one of the elite babes out there in the planning room. She's having a little smoke, whatever kind of one of them funny cigarettes. They'll figure it out, man. They'll figure it out. On YouTube, it's more or less, oh, the Western elite. But I'm going to tell you right now, the real elitists that are the most elitist going are the ones in Russia and China, without a doubt. That doesn't mean I support our Western elite or kiss their ass or kiss their feet. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, I ain't jumping from the frying pan into the fire and saying that's a better solution. Free and independent all the way. So anyway, just going to make sure you're ready for any kind of situation, and that includes your girlfriend's got all the right artillery to take care of business in case the markets come down and we go to Mad Max style. Because what I got to say here, a lot of things are happening pretty fast, and they're going to happen a lot faster, especially if this Ebola stuff takes off. I remember something Bob Beck said a long time ago, the guy with the zapper. Now, I figured out that guy was disinformation. Although, you want to take what is useful about what he said and just go with that and just don't go with the whole damn thing, because disinformation is always mixed in with truth, so you got to separate the two. But I want to say this, don't go worshiping this yo-yo here, because I'm going to tell you right now, this is not the solution, man. I had to put some, a bra on this guy because I can't show any kind of indecent pictures on YouTube. And Vladimir Putin's got some pretty big titties, you know that? So we got to make sure this guy, and I'm going to tell you the truth, this guy is one big pose to the max. You're not going to he's not going to help you with anything. He's got billions of dollars. He doesn't give shit to anybody in Russia. He just wants more and more and more. And he's soaking it up from around the people around him, like the 15th largest, most wealthy businessman in Russia. He's now under investigation because I, Vladimir Putin, am an honest guy, and I got to take your money too, So, this guy ain't going to do you no favors, and neither are the giddy rumor conspiracy clowns that you see all over the place that are always tearing down the West. We got the tools to fix the deal, man. But, in the future, the Russian oligarchs are probably looking at having a totally different outlook. This may be the oligarchs in the future. Instead of riding around in, the Mercedes limo, this is probably going to be what they're going to be riding around in the future. Because, actually, Vladimir Putin, when he came out with this deal, it really is a crazy law. I'm going to tell you this right now. See, what happened is this one Russian tycoon's 30 million in euro assets got, frozen up, right? So they made this law. It's called the Rothschild law because he got his assets frozen up. So what's going to happen is the Russian government, which is already going broke, is going to reimburse these oligarchs for whatever assets got frozen. And they, in turn, the Russian government, is able to seize foreign assets in their country. So you know what's doing? You know what's going on? They're getting hammered with the freaking oil prices down to like nothing here, right? Down to nothing here. And on top of it, the freaking foreign capital is running out of the country because Putin's threatened to take the money from people that they shouldn't be doing, right? I mean, if you got a problem with the government of the United States, that's one thing. But if some investors trying to invest in Russia and help out the economy, Putin's going to take that. Screw him, man. Screw him, I'm going to tell you right now, this deal is like, this guy's an idiot, man. And this is actually what's going on with the ruble today. It's sinking to all-time lows. It's sinking like a rock. It's to the worst it's been ever, basically, in years. All-time lows. So it's going to go lower. I know they're bringing down oil prices to bring down to bring down the oil, bring down the oil prices to hurt Russia and bring down their economy. But at the same time, Putin isn't reacting like a normal human being. To me, man, I can run Russia better than him, man. I can guarantee you I can run Russia way better than this guy because I play it cool. I say I don't like the Western elite, right? I think they're a bunch of jerks, right? I could play it way cool, man. I mean, I'd be driving around with some shit like this with this babe instead of riding a horse or something. But the thing is, what they're doing is actually they're shooting themselves in the foot to the max. That's what Russia is doing with Putin. Not Russia, but what Putin's doing, man. And, what's going to probably happen after this deal is going to be a big blow-up. Now, I don't know how long this dollar stuff is going to survive as a super strong currency because, whatever seems to be at the moment, it could change. The dollar's hitting like that third time, it's like the triple top on the dollar, the triple bottom on the gold. The pendulum could be swinging, man. The pendulum can be swinging. What I think is going to happen, though, is the dollar's going to stay strong in the short term because people are going to start running out of the markets, and when they do, what do? They take cash, right? But then where do they go? They're probably going to take hard assets. But I'm also going to tell you this, the outlook is not really so bleak as people keep painting on some of these. I don't want to mention any names on YouTube because I'm not going to get into this kind of garbage, but I'm telling you the outlook actually in the United States is actually pretty good. The problem we got, I think the main freaking problem we got is this damn Obamacare crap and what I call the professional suits, whether they're in accountants, whether they're, I'm sort of an accountant. I know how to do stuff. Well, let me put it this way. I know how to do accounting, finance. I've been doing that, but I know how to do other things. If you told me to get up on the roof of a house and put shingles down, I could do that stuff. You told me to freaking pull out an engine of a car, I could do that. I could frame stuff. I could do plumbing. I could do wiring. Desk jockeys are worthless, man. And we got a pile of those yo-yos in here, and we got also the medical yo-yos that are pushing pharmaceutical poison drugs to the max, and they're going to be doing a lot more of that through Obamacare. But we got all the tools to fix the deal, man. So the outlook is not as bad as people keep thinking. And there's a lot of yo-yos screaming and fearmongers just playing people about fear left and right. And tell you the truth, man, I'd rather be in the United States than anywhere in the world, man. Tell you the truth. That's really what it comes down to. But the real problem here is like people are worrying their asses off, and they're not, doing the job they need to do to fix the situation, and they're getting involved in a bunch of giddy rumors, man. That's really what goes on. But anyway, it looks like, I'm not sure how. I think oil is going to go. Now, I know they talked about oil going up $40 or some crap. It ain't going to that. If it did that, it would destroy our own industry. They're not doing that. The game is rigged. They're looking to hurt Putin. They're looking to freaking. But you see what they're doing is they're trying to drive everybody else out of business. And when they knock them down, they're going to come in there and move in and buy it up. That's what they're doing. Drive it down hard. It might be hurting our industry somewhat, but it's hurting them a hell of a lot more. Because see what happens when this crude oil goes down like this, it's actually good for the U.S. economy and the retail sector because a lot of people have a lot more money for discretionary spending. And since they ain't blowing it on, the price of gasoline goes down, the price of trucking of goods and services goes down, where they're bringing it out to the market and stuff, into the box stores. All the prices it helps the bottom line of all the consumer economy in the United States when crude oil goes down. But it really hurts Russia a hell of a lot more. So anyway, just got to tell you this, man, because don't freaking worry about all this bullshit so much, because silver, I think, is going to go up a lot, because it actually has a brighter future overall than oil, even in a real long term. It could be replaced if it goes too high in price, yes. But knowing how the silver animal is, it spikes and it crashes, it spikes and it crashes. The point is, when it super spikes, don't be afraid to take cash and get yourself some real assets and get out of the deal. Don't buy any rubles, and maybe buy yourself. I don't know. I don't know. But just think about the situation, and whether you're sitting back in your lounge chair having a smoke and planning your situation, plan ahead, and don't think that the United States is going to fall. Actually, the USA was in a lot worse shape during and after the Civil War. Way worse. Way worse. Actually, a lot of people did move out of the country back then. These people that are freaking trying to, like Alex Jones and stuff, and they're freaking always blowing the whistle on the elite and all the, they're part of the elite. They're part of Time Warner, man. InfoWars, Time Warner. So, and there's a whole bunch of them out there. That's all I got to say. And beware of pastors in robes or sheeps and wolves in sheep's clothing. You know what I mean? So, the Russians, though, I just want to bring this up again, about what's going on with Russia. Russia is actually getting slammed all over the place. I think the only thing that's really, really a big, big danger is that this guy Putin will pull some kind of garbage eventually, because he's not going to go down. I know it. Eventually, it could lead to major war, but there is another hot spot. Actually, it's in Pakistan, India, on the border, with a river that's out there that is vital to Pakistan. and they got major water shortages out there. Actually, if some nuclear war actually did start, it could be not with Russia or anything like that. It might be with Pakistan and India, and they actually have pretty unstable governments. So there's a lot of stuff that can happen, and that's totally out of the control of even the Western elite. A lot of stuff, and they just react to whatever situation comes up. That's really what it is. Nothing is super rigidly planned. It's just that they react to the situation as it comes up, and you should too. And you should too.